Hello, my name is Alan Bruns. I am currently sitting on the Armada with Jaime and Team Empire. Those are the two teams I am currently a part of. Oh gosh, so we were at the sneak peek for BT01 Descent of King of Knights. So since the beginning of the game, quite literally, we've been playing. So we've been here. What is it? Vanguard just had its 20th anniversary. Oh, I'm showing my age, God. Vanguard had its 20th anniversary, right? Was with the strides. Yeah, so a long time. That's what we're gonna say. A long time. 15th or 20th anniversary. We've been here. We've been here since the very beginning, since OG Vanguard. So I had just graduated high school. I was living on my own in my very first apartment, and people will tell you there's nothing to do other than work when you're right out of high school. There's literally nothing to do. So I stumbled up on Bushy Road's YouTube channel and Cardfight's YouTube channel, and I started watching it. I was a Yu-Gi-Oh player before, so I really liked. I was also horrible at it. I really liked the style of Vanguard. And when I found out that the game was coming to the West very soon, I knew that I wanted to try it. And we had a local shop that was about to get sneak kits for set 1, so I immediately went for it. So that's literally the YouTube channel is what got me into it. So the anime essentially roped me into this wonderful game that we play now. So I played Oracle Think Tank way back in the day. My first deck was CEO Amaterasu, just scrying the top of the deck. And then I slowly shifted into Tsukiyomi when she came out, and I was a Think Tank user for an unhealthy amount of time. Absolutely loved it. I love the ability to, predict, air quotes, it's there, a trigger on top, count the deck, because Tsukiyomi would check top 5, ride the next unit up, and you would continuously do that until you knew the bottom 15, 16 cards, and if they were triggers, you know what order they were in. And I liked that style play because I was a very defensive player at the start of the game. I didn't like taking damage or anything like that, so being able to just stall out the game until you hit a basically trigger stack or trigger pocket, I loved that aspect. Between that and Silent Tom blocking opponents' grade zeros from being able to be used as guardians, I like kind of that style of having multiple win cons. So you had Tom, you had your stack, you had just the ability to outmaneuver your opponent and sit there with 15, 16 cards in hand and they deck out. So multiple win conditions in Think Tank I enjoyed a lot. So Think Tank is my favorite clan by far. Sometimes Genesis can kind of poke its way in because they're very similar. Literally, if anybody knows anything about the lore of the game, when Link Joker took over Cray, Genesis was a conglomerate of Oracle Think Tank, so they're very similar. That's why a lot of their units kind of mesh together very well. So Think Tank and Genesis were my two favorite clans. Nation, I have been a Dark States simp since Jeweled Ignis came out. I didn't really, when Standard started, I really didn't have an identity of what I liked to play because everything had kind of shifted from Premium and V into Standard, so I didn't know what to play. So I jumped around from a couple different decks. I played Sorceress because it's very Think Tank-like. I played Minerva when it came out. But when Ignis came out for Jeweled in BT11, that was kind of where I was like, okay, this is kind of what I like. I like triple drive. I like having extra cards in hand. So we kind of just shifted towards Dark States, and we've been on that Dark States train ever since. So about 2 years now, we've been sitting on that train, and I love Dark States decks at this point. I love how they're designed. I love just the randomness of it, the high power ceiling that some of them have. I love the aspect of it. So I don't play a lot of Premium or V Premium. I did really well with a Premium deck at Summerfest Long Beach. I took a gold variant that Trenton built, Trenton D's. I threw a copy of Raziel in there and went like 4-0 and then started scrubbing out from there. So I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that aspect of it. So golds for premium, I guess. If I got my hands on like Astro Poets again, I would play them in premium. I loved Astro Poets in V premium, and I loved Saint Guard in V premium. Those were very near and dear. And then standard, I mean, I'm just saying, you love the one that gets you the farthest, right? That's typically what happens. And Heartluru got me my first win, so it's in your face. It definitely pushed me, and I love the deck so much, and he just walked off screen. Misaki.
A reason why?
She played Think Tank, and I got into that from there. The hard thing for me is a lot of people like they gravitate towards the character that's like aesthetically pleasing, right? Well, I don't care that Misaki's a woman. I'm gay, so I literally could care less. I'm down with everything else that's happening in the anime, because if anyone watches Card Fight, it's very what's the word I'm looking for? You know the word I'm looking for. It's very borderline gay. All of it is. Every season, except for G, there's always somebody simping after another dude. True story. If you've seen Will Dress and Overdress and Divine Z, just don't. It's everywhere. It's so gay-coded. But Misaki is just like this powerhouse bitch, and she commands everything, and like she played Think Tank, and she's very like intellectual, and I like that, so that kind of gravitated me towards her, and just happened to be, all the decks that I liked in the beginning were her decks, so it worked out very well. So I started out, again, being a Think Tank Genesis user, so I was very defensive, very conservative. That went out the window when Standard started. I've become very aggressive. I'm going to throw out my hand turn 1 or turn 2 and like just try to kill you as quick as I can, and I play a deck that can do that now with Hearthulu. It's very aggressive. Minerva's also a very aggressive deck. Those are both decks that I've been like playing a lot of. So I've turned into very much like aggressive kill you. The Dredjewel plays the same way as quickly as possible. Again, but knowing that I came from a conservative, defensive like start to the game, I understand when I need to tweak my brain to those situations, and it's like, okay, I have to play defensive here. I can't do this against this matchup. Being self-aware is really the big thing. But I am a very aggressive player at heart at this point in the game. I don't like control. I don't like control decks. If I have to play a control deck, I'm gonna do well, but I'm gonna be pouty all day. I don't like it. It's not fun to me. I don't like oppressing my opponents. Like, I can't let you do anything. I don't like that style. But I like the way Pale Moon plays like Hearthulu, but Pale Moon itself was not something that I could really like grasp. I played it a little bit. I did well at a few ARGs with it, but it's not something that like it wasn't clicking in my head correctly. That and Dark Irregulars, which is funny considering I play a deck that's a mix of both of them now. But them solo was very difficult for me to like understand. Like, I couldn't get into Nightmare Dolls, and I couldn't get into like the No Life King builds for Dark Irregulars. They were foreign to me. I really liked the design and aesthetic, but I just couldn't like grasp it. My brain couldn't figure it out. I enjoy casual play a lot. I have become very competitive recently, and I'm doing well in the competitive scene, but I enjoy just being able to, throw down with homies more than anything, honestly. Because it also gets you ready to be competitive and things of that nature. Sparkly Bunny for Hearthulu. I know you hate it, but check top 3, put 1 in soul, put the rest on bottom, shuffle. I love that. That card literally got me my top for Rosemont. It got me my World's Invite. That card carries me through so much. And you are just shaking your heads. I love it. Oh, no, I love that card. That card's amazing. It's going to get hit if it doesn't stop topping. It creates such consistency. It does so much, friends. I would bring Gas Steel from V into Standard and then just call it good. That's all I would do. Because I didn't get to play that deck. Again, I said it earlier, Dark Irregulars is not something that my brain could really fit around. I didn't play competitively at that time, so I would want to bring those Dark Irregular decks that everyone was being impressed by and bring them to Standard and just call it good from there. Because I didn't get to play them, so I want the chance to see the oppression that these decks created. This. You can't see it, can you? No, you can't, because my background. But my, there we go. My top at Rosemont, by far. Before that, it was my top with Jaime and Curtis at Rosemont. I have really good luck at Rosemont. That's just kind of like my sweet spot. But we topped with Teams at Springfest the year before that. So those two are my favorite Vanguard memories. Just standing up there, being able to get to that level, have that, like, also that level of, like, I did this. I am able to do this. If I can do it once, I can do it again. It very self-gratification, a lot of it. So I am notorious for not 6 damage healing. I don't ever do it, and I hate it. You see some people that do it all the time. I did it in my last round of Swiss at Rosemont, and I was playing against Vergilla. It was my second Vergilla matchup that day, and I'm like, well, I was X1, so there was a good chance I was going to top regardless. I was like, well, I can't guard everything, so we have to take one and just die. And then I flipped over the top deck. I was like, oh, that never happens! It's a heal. The dude's like, yeah, it's been happening to me all day. I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't want to be this guy because I never get RNG heals like that. But I hit that, I was like, oh, okay, and then I killed him the next turn. I felt so bad, I was like, no! But I was laughing, I'm like, this never happens, and it decides to happen now, of all times. So that was something that was just like, for me personally, was very funny, because I never, ever 6 damage heal, so competitively or otherwise. I'll heal like 4 times throughout the game, but never an OT heal or a 6 damage heal like that. No, that doesn't happen to me. My top 3 at Springfest with the Armada, and my first place at Rosemont, by far. So I'll be in Duluth in January. We will potentially be in Toronto, and I will potentially be in Philly. Those are the 3 that, for sure Duluth, most likely Toronto, possibly Philly. And then, of course, Worlds in May, because I have to go to Worlds. The community will eat me alive if I don't go. I think we're in a very good place if you don't bring up premium. I think players are very positive. Like, I'm going off of personal experience. Recently, the game is, like, since the BOV hit, the game is in a very good place. Very much in the Japan side, they have a very diverse meta. Everything is topping right now. Over here, we are in a Hearthulu Vergilla kind of soup. But there are decks that just, now that we're in a new format, I think that's going to kind of shift, and we'll see more, it'll even out a little bit more. I think Trenton winning with Ozzy Dahaka is proof. The buddy fight decks are a lot of fun. I think that that's going to do a lot for the game. Buddy fight and then set 11. But if you just ask any player, they're going to tell you, hey, we're in a pretty good spot, unless that player is also a premium player. I like premium too. It's just not the format I like competitively play. I understand the grievances. Like, if they were doing that to standard, I would be upset. But they gave us what we wanted when we wanted Bob hit. So I can't disregard the great Bushy Road gods right now. I would like for them to keep up the prizing support that we've gotten in the past 2 years. Generators are amazing. Please keep that going. A lot of players are very happy with that aspect of the game. So please keep that going up and keep top 32s up. We like top 32s. It makes it easier to top. Less RNG related. You can lose an extra round sometimes and still get into top cut. So please keep doing what you are currently doing for standard format Bushy Road. So shout-outs, of course, Kurt, my best friend, my roommate, my testing partner, everybody on the Armada, Jaime, Kevin, everybody on that team, the Empire folks, of course, love them all, Crow, Trenton, Twan, all of the Crow's Nest guys that have been super, welcoming and helping me, grow and things like that. I appreciate all of them. Paulo, Meiser, all of my buddies in Apollo's server, all of my card fighting testing partners here in Springfield, just everybody. That's everybody. I shout everybody out. How would I describe it in one sentence? Best time to get into the game is right now. You're in a format, in a spot that you can pick something up relatively cheap if you're not trying to max rarity it, and you can take pretty much anything and have a good shot of doing it.